Planting seeds. Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire, and I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about planting seeds. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to talk about this topic of like planting seeds. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me start off this message by saying that a lot of people think that when it comes to planting seeds, you know what I'm saying? Well, some people may think that planting seeds only refers to like God's kingdom, you know what I'm saying? But planting seeds does not just refer to God alone, bro. Because you gotta understand, like, even the devil be planting seeds, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand, the devil be planting seeds through music, you know what I'm saying? The devil be planting seeds through the media. Or like, think about it, right? There's like a kid that's growing up in the world right now, you know what I'm saying? There's a kid growing up in the world right now, and the devil already planting seeds because the devil already has the media in place, and the devil already has all these influencers and all these negative lyrics, and all this stuff is already preset to plant seeds into that kid's mind, you know what I'm saying? So that's why you see a kid that growing up, and it's like the media is raising the kid. So it's like the devil is already planting seeds through the media. The devil is already planting seeds through all these female rappers talking about their body, talking about sex, and talking about this. What is the hardest lyrics that a female rapper could rap about? You know, just think about it. What is the hardest lyrics that a female rapper could rap about to whereas people will consider them like dope and fire? They gotta rap about their body, bro. Ain't that some type of brainwashing spell to whereas the hardest lyrics a woman could talk about is degrading her body? Like, don't these female rappers just think about it like, damn, that's not hard at all? Doesn't it just hit their mind to where like, damn, that's not even hard at all, bro? The hardest lyrics that's getting praised is when I degrade my body, bro. Like, don't they just ever sit back and be like, yo, that's not even fire. That's trash. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a brainwashing to whereas, man, the devil be planting seeds. The devil be planting seeds through like the street music. You know what I'm saying? All these rappers promoting like shooting and killing each other, all this rap toxic music. The devil be planting seeds through that. So when it comes to planting seeds also, like, the devil be planting seeds. And let me tell you something about the devil planting seeds. The devil be planting a lot of seeds, bro. Maximum seeds, bro. You know what I'm saying? So as God's people is out here being lazy, going to church on a pagan Sunday, not doing any type of work for God's kingdom, the devil is out working all of God's people. And the devil is planting seeds. Let me repeat that one more time. As God's people is comfortable in church, bench warming, because that's really what a lot of these people in church be doing, is just bench warming. And then after they leave church, they're going to go right back to their worldly lifestyle. But look, though, these people be in church bench warming in Christianity. You know what I'm saying? While the devil is busy planting seeds on a maximum level. The devil is out working these people, bro. It's sad, bro. The devil is out working these people. The devil is planting seeds, bro. The devil is planting a lot of seeds, bro. And look, the kids growing up, they looking up to all these satanic rappers. They looking up to all these satanic singers. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand, like when you attain success in something, people gonna look up to you. That's just how it is, bro. So the devil was like, okay, cool. Let me give all this success, you know what I'm saying, to all these evil people. You know what I'm saying? The devil was like, okay, let me raise up all these people to where I'm going to give them this success, whatever you want to call it, success of these evil people. And I'm just going to put them in place. And people like shiny things. People like to see, okay, who got all the money, who got all the cars, who got all the, you know what I'm saying? It's like we as a people, bro, we look up to things that's kind of like, We look at the things that we think is doing good, that we think is doing great. So look, the devil just give all these rappers and all these streamers and all these YouTubers, he gonna give them millions of dollars so they can continue to plant seeds for the devil. You know what I mean? Because people gonna look up to the shiny things. You know what I'm saying? People is not gonna look up to the people who's struggling. People is not gonna look up to the people who's struggling. So why is this important? This is important because God's people need to shine, bro. We need to shine. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you look at God's people, they struggling. Anytime you look at God's people, they struggling. You know what I'm saying? We need to shine, bro. If you shine, you're gonna reach other people, because people is gonna be like, okay, you say you love God, but like you struggling. You know what I'm saying? It's like we gotta go after success. You know what I'm saying? God's people gotta go after success as well. But it's like we gotta go after success God's way. We can't go after success in the same way the devil's people go after success. You know what I'm saying? Because your success is gonna plant seeds in other people's mind. They're gonna be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like you really like shining for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people is attracted to shiny things. So even God could use the success that you attain in his kingdom to reach other people, because people is automatically gonna look at the things that shine at the top. You know what I'm saying? So it makes no sense for God's people to be at the bottom struggling. You know what I'm saying? Because God is gonna use your success to reach other people. They're gonna be like, yo, you could follow God and still be like successful. You could follow God and still be talented. You know what I'm saying? But when people looking like all this success and all the talent, all this stuff is going to the evil people. So you see how this stuff don't even make sense? So how is a kid gonna look up to somebody, you know what I'm saying, who's saying they have God, but all they see is like they struggling. They ain't got no success. Know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with having success in God, bro. So I'm just saying, like, we gotta like really like rewire, bro. People's minds is brainwashed, bro. People's minds is cooked. So it's like we gotta really rewire things. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about planting seeds that I also wanted to talk about. When you planting seeds, bro, you may plant seeds and tell somebody about God and tell them the truth, and they might not take it serious until like months later or years later. They could go through a situation that's gonna water that seed. You know what I'm saying? You might tell them the truth right now, they ain't gonna take it serious, but like, okay, like 2 years later something will happen to them and they gonna remember what you told them. You know what I'm saying? So planting seeds, bro, just because you planted a seed and it look like it's not working right now, you never know, it may work 2 years later. Or let's say you tell somebody the truth and they reject it, right? But years later, they could meet a friend, you know what I'm saying? And they gonna be like, they gonna be telling them the same truth that you told them, but they rejected that truth, right? But when they tell their friend, they be like, man, so I rejected this truth like years ago, man. Somebody was telling me about God and I rejected it. As they telling their friend might accept the truth. You know what I'm saying? Their friend might take the truth serious while they rejected the truth. You see, like bro, planting seeds is deeper than people think. It's like a chain reaction. You know what I'm saying? They might tell their friend, trying to get their friend to agree with them. Oh yeah, he was talking about God and Jesus and heaven and hell. Yeah, I don't even believe in that stuff. But the person they talking to is gonna accept that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So planting seeds is a lot deeper than a lot of people think. And just because the seed does not get watered today, it don't mean it's not gonna get watered tomorrow. And look, I'm the type of person to where, let's say there's a couple, let's say you got this boyfriend and girlfriend, right? You know what the world calls it, boyfriend and girlfriend. You know, worldly people call it that, whatever. But let's say you got this world girlfriend and boyfriend example. I'm the type of person, bro, you know what I'm saying, to where sometimes I will reach out to them separately. I will tell them the truth about God and the truth about heaven and hell separately, bro. Because one person might reject it and another person might accept it. So they don't have the same mindset, bro. They not the same person. You could tell the truth to that boyfriend, they gonna reject it. The girlfriend might accept the truth. Or you could tell the girlfriend the truth, they gonna reject it, and the boyfriend might accept the truth. You feel what I mean? This is the same for friends too. You could have like 3 friends. You could have 3 friends. You tell one friend the gospel, they're gonna reject it. You tell the other friend the gospel, they're gonna reject it. The third friend, they gonna accept it. You know what I'm saying? So when you really like, sometimes when you speak in the truth and you spread in the gospel and you speak in the truth, you can't look at a group of friends as though they one mindset. You can't look at a couple or like a boyfriend girlfriend like they one mindset. You may have this you may have the boyfriend may be a fool, bro. They might literally be a fool, bro. So they gonna reject the truth. The girlfriend might be smarter. They might accept the truth, and that may cause the relationship to just break up because they don't share the same heart towards the gospel. They gonna break up because it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. It's unequally yoked. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tell you, bro. And then like, you got some of these friends be gatekeeping the gospel. You would tell them the gospel, they will reject it, but they ain't even gonna tell their other friends the gospel because they already rejected it. So now they gatekeeping the gospel from their other friends. Why you gatekeeping the gospel? Everybody don't want to go to hell like you. You know what I mean? Like, just because you rejected the truth doesn't mean that you should withhold that truth from your friends. Because maybe your friends, they don't want to go to hell like your stupid behind. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real. Some of these people, they not smart, bro. Your friend don't want to go to hell like you. If you want to go to hell and reject Jesus and reject the truth, do that by yourself. Do not withhold the information and the data and the calculation and analysis from your friends. Share with them what that person told you that you rejected. You know what I'm saying? Your friends may be like, you know what? I'm going to accept the truth. I'm going to accept the gospel. I'm going to follow Jesus. Yeah, you're going to reject it, but your friends might not. Your friends might be smarter than you. Your friends might have some common sense. You know what I'm saying? So planting seeds, I just wanted to give like almost like a deeper perspective about planting seeds, bro. Like, planting seeds is very real. You don't know when the seed is going to get watered. You know what I'm saying? Even planting seeds goes into like success. When you're going after success in God's kingdom, you could do so much work for so long. You could be working for months and years and you feel like nothing is happening. But really, like, you don't know when them seeds is gonna get watered, bro. You don't know when God is gonna send that water to make those seeds grow. You don't know when those seeds is. You may feel like you're going after success. You're trying your best year after year after year. You're trying your best. You feel like nothing is happening. But what you don't understand is like this big piece of land, bro. You know, there's this land and there's like thousands and thousands of seeds that you done planted. You know what I mean? And then when God is ready, on God's timing, the seed starts just growing. You know what I mean? Out of nowhere, bro, the seeds just start growing. When God ready to water those seeds and to activate those seeds, all that work you put in is going to turn into success. You know what I'm saying? Because you done planted too many seeds. You got some people out there, some of you out there, bro, you done planted way too many seeds, bro. And the time for God to send that water and the things that the seeds need to grow, bro, is coming, bro. He gonna send the sunlight, the water, everything going, you know what I'm saying? You done planted so many seeds, bro. You gonna be straight for the rest of your life. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. Some of you out there, you done planted so many seeds in God's kingdom. You're gonna be straight for the rest of your life because you done planted way too many seeds, bro. The seeds is gonna activate out of nowhere, out of nowhere. Imagine this. You're going through a rough time in your life, right? You may be struggling financially or something, all type of stuff. All those risks that you was taking all those years, you were taking risks back to back to back. And as you're struggling, you know what I'm saying? You feel like you're at the end of the rope, everything just falling apart, and then boom, a seed just pop up. One seed, bro, just pop up. That will help you get through that situation. That might save you from that situation. As you just thinking about it, boom, another seed pop up. These are probably seeds you planted 2-3 years ago. Seeds that you done planted a while back, everything just popping up. Man, I'm telling you, bro, you gotta take risks, you gotta plant seeds, all type of stuff, man. But let me look at my notes real quick, actually, you know what I'm saying, before I finish this message. So, um, yeah, so like, what if those people just needed something that was gonna water those seeds, bro? They needed a situation that was gonna traumatize them so they could take this stuff serious, so they could take the gospel serious. Some people don't change until trauma hits them. I already made a message about that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people, bro, they don't get it until they go through some real stuff. Then they gonna be like, you know what? The gospel is serious. When they see like people really like doing some demonic stuff and people doing rituals and people worshiping the devil and they really see this stuff with their own two eyes, they be like, you know what? Jesus is real. God is real, bro. Cause you know what, bro? If them people worshiping the devil, bro, man, I know this stuff real now. See, if they worshiping the devil and the devil is real, I know Jesus is real now. So they may need to go through a situation that's going to scare the hell out of them. So they would take the gospel serious. So that's why it's important to plant seeds, you know what I'm saying? But let me look at my notes one more time. Yeah, sometimes you might feel discouraged because let's say you reached out to a person and they didn't accept the truth. You still planted the seed, bro. I'm telling you, you don't know what chain reaction that seed gonna have, bro. You don't know who they might tell, who might accept it. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes God will use that person who rejected the truth to spread that truth to somebody else, thinking that person is going to agree with them just for them to disagree and actually accept the truth that they rejected. You know what I'm saying? So you know, you never know. And yeah, man, like bro, when you're planting seeds, bro, you're gonna see the fruits, bro. Them seeds is gonna turn into trees and you're gonna see the fruits, man. And it's gonna bring you life, man. It's gonna be like, bro, it's gonna be like a tree of life that brings you life because you're gonna be able to nourish yourself based off of all the chances that you took, all the risks that you took, all the seeds that you planted and all that stuff, you know what I mean? But that's pretty much basically everything I wanted to say, bro. You know what I'm saying? Peace.